So, now basic, I will change a little bit the subject because I'm going to move from CIS to the PNS. And I will talk about the particular type of neurons, VIG neurons, which are sensory neurons of CNS, and the studies we do with neurons in our lab, in which we focus on this disorder, the neural only polyneuropathy, which is the important disorder that actually it was initially discovered in Afghanistan, in Portugal. So, as you all know, the peripheral nervous system is mainly composed by sensory, motor, and autonomic nerves. So, we have the efferent branches, which are composed by sensory fibers, which originate from the efferent ones, composed by motor and autonomic neurons that originate either from the spinal cord or the autonomic ganglion. As you can see, the autonomic neurons are not existing in this picture. So, damage to each of these components leads to the kind of disorders which are named peripheral neuropathy. And there are several causes that can lead to peripheral neuropathy. One of the most common ones comes from metabolic alterations, like diabetes, which cause axonal degeneration of the peripheral nervous system. Some cancer treatments with microtubule stabilizers also reduce peripheral neuropathy. Today I'm going to talk about the disorder which has a genetic cause, as for example, Charcot diabetes. All the components of the peripheral nervous system, like the sensory, motor, or autonomic fibers, can be damaged in a peripheral neuropathy. Often, sensory symptoms are the ones that occur more frequently in this disorder. And this is the case, for example, of diabetic peripheral neuropathy. So, as you can see, this is a skin impression, so this is the most distal part of the sensory axon. So these axons start to degenerate. And what happens first is the decrease of sensory reactions. Many of these patients suffer from loss of sensation to pain and to damage. So as sensory neurons are very affected in peripheral neuropathy, VIG neurons are in fact very good to study these neurons. So, very good to study these neurons. So, as you can see here, VIG neurons have the cell bodies inside this dorsal root ganglion, which lies outside the spinal cord. So, these are really peripheral neurons, and they are very particular in morphology because they have a main stem axis, then the case for a peripheral branch that goes to the skin, for example, and the central branch that goes to the spinal cord. And in terms, for example, of regeneration, these two branches have really different particularities. So, after injury of the peripheral branch, there is a tendency of this branch to regenerate. After injury to the central branch, there is no regeneration. So, they are very interested in our to study regeneration. So, through the spinal nerve, where it finds also motor fibers, we invade the skin, while the central branch goes to the spinal cord, via the dorsal root, and then it follows either ascending or descending pathways, can move some synapses connected motor neurons are introduced, or it can go all the way to the brain and connect the synapses with neurons in the brain. So, I think you saw that these neurons are completely different from, for example, hippocampal neurons, which are multiple neurons. So, multiple neurons, you can clearly distinguish dendrites, and action potentials are formed in axon shape, and they follow through the axon to the negative cell. But you can see these have a particular morphology. So here, after the tentative stimuli morphology. So here, after the tentative stimuli, action potentials are formed in the peripheral ends of the peripheral axis of the PRG. They go to the very axons, and then by the central axon, they will go to the spinal cord. And actually, the existence of the axial initial segment in the PRG is still under investigation. So, in terms of classification, PRG are classified according to the stimuli that they respond. Okay? So, imagine if you have a ganglion here, which is in fact the PRG, and it has all these neurons inside. You have mixed populations of inside the ganglion. So they might be myelinated, unmyelinated according to the stimuli response, and then to distinguish them, you have different markers for the different receptors being expressed, and you can distinguish what they are. So, put these neurons on culture, what you have to do. So these neurons are in the ganglion, as I told you. They lie along the spinal cord, and they are between the different vertebrae that along the spinal cord. You have to take out the ganglion, and you have to see that when you take out the ganglion, you are cutting the roots. So you don't have peripheral and the central branches. Okay? These neurons will grow new neurites in culture. You can either digest them and have, like you say, cultures or having extremes. So the good thing about PRG neuronal cultures is that you can prepare them even from embryonic, postnatal, or adult. And this, for example, as we are working on neurodegenerative disorders, it's very good to have these cultures from adult. So, if you use embryos, you have the posting of a high content of cells, okay? And they are much more easily to isolate, and they are much more pure. Because if you see, the ganglia does not have only the cell bodies of the PRG neurons, the glia and other cells around, okay? That you can more or less verify through the culture process. But in our case, associated postnatal and adult are more advantages because they offer the possibility to study nature and completely develop neurons that recapitulate in vivo development. I also talked to you about the non-digestant ones, which are the exits, and these are crucial because when you take out the ganglion structure, although the roots are also out, so you have the connection with the other matrix cells, like the cells. So if you want to study neuronal interaction, it's a good model. So here is a picture of the PRG neurons that we do in our laboratory. So these are from adult mice, and they are staying back to the state. And if you see, there are different diameters of the stations that I told you in the beginning. And you actually see like neurons with multicolor process. Very difficult to recapitulate in vitro that stem axon is a duplication. Okay? So as I told you before, PRG neuronal cultures are a very good model to study peripheral neuropathy. And in terms of the type of culture that you want to use, for example, you can see here in studies of diabetic neuropathy. Some studies were performed with adult PRG neurons, other ones with embryonic, so another ones with experts. So the type of cultures that you want to do really depends on your goal. So disorder that I work with in Portugal, and it's familial amyloid polyneuropathy, and this disorder is mainly characterized by the extracellular deposition of mutant of aggregates of a mutant protein, which is directly, and these aggregates accumulate particularly in the peripheral nervous system. So what you have here is a longitudinal section from the sciatic nerve of a patient with FAP, where you can see the aggregates of TBI surrounding the nerve. Importantly, this disease was initially found in Portugal, in the northwest of the country, maybe because of the fishermen, that's what people think brought this problem to Portugal, but nowadays it's spread all over the world. Although it's considered a rare disorder, the number of cases is not so high. So in terms of genetics, this is an autosomal dominant disorder. The onset of the disease can vary in different families, so there are cases with early onset, with symptoms starting from the third to the fourth decade, and this is actually what is more common in Portugal, and cases with late onset, where patients have symptoms from 6 to the 8th day. So in terms of pathology, this is a late-dependent small fiber sensitive polyneuropathy because it starts with the initial destruction of unmyelinated fibers. So the initial symptoms of patients are the loss of pain and temperature sensation. They don't feel anything. And then, with the disease progression, small diameter myelinated fibers start to die, and in the later stages, large diameter myelinated fibers that correspond to multiple also degenerate. So this disorder can also have autonomic dysfunction and can lead to death within 10 to 20 years. Sometimes there is also cardiac and lung involvement, but that might be related with the mutation of the protein. So in Portugal, the most frequent mutation is tau-5 mutation, which is also common in Sweden, although more than 1 million mutations were found for the TTR gene, and according to the mutation, different phenotypes might be achieved. So what is TTR? So in fact, TTR is an autosomal protein, and as you can see, it has a high content of beta structure. That's why it has a higher chromosomal ratio. This protein, in fact, is not expressed in neurons. It's expressed in the liver and correct plexus of the brain. So from the liver, it circulates to the plasma, and from the correct plexus to the cerebrospinal fluid. And also minor amounts of the protein are found in the retina, in terms of physiological function, this protein is a transporter protein. It transports biohormone thyroxine and retinol, in this case, providing to retinol binding protein. So, several studies were made to attempt to know inner biology, and when protein is mutated, it involves DNA neurotropism. So, studies with TTR knockout mice revealed that you perform sciatic nerve injury in TTR knockout mice, there is a decreased ability of degeneration in these mice. And it is this fact. So you have the density of myelinated fibers 15 days after the brush. And as you can see, in TTR knockout mice, there is a decreased ability to regenerate. If you apply TTR by having NATRGL to the sciatic nerve, this cannot happen. Also, when neurons from these mice are put in culture, gash neurons display decreased neurite outgrowth, and this phenotype is rescued by the addition of PTI. Also, it was shown that PTI might have an effect on axonal transport. So here you have triage neurons for wild type and knockout mice treated with transferrin Texas retrograde transport, and then you can see wild type neurons. Transferrin is already surrounding the cell body, while the PTI knockout mice is still on their eyes. So retrograde transport is in knockout mice. So regarding the treatments for this disorder, the main ones we focus on, of course, silencing the protein that is leading to aggregation into disorder. But we have to think that actually that protein has a function on nerve biology. So we have to be very careful. As a function on nerve biology. So we have to be very careful with that. So this is called the treatment that is very important is the liver transplantation, where you remove the organ of synthesis of the protein. But that needs to be done in patients at early onset of disorders, or you can try to use genetics to silence the protein. Also, there are drugs that are already on clinical trials to try to stabilize. So I told you that PTI is a tetramer protein, and if you stabilize these tetramers, you prevent the formation of the aggregation pathway. And also, there are some drugs that are able to disrupt these already formed aggregates. But something that does not happen is the reversibility of neurodegeneration. Okay? Neurons that already did new mechanisms to explain what does these aggregates do to neurons. So, I will tell you now about these dual effects of the protein. So the wild type soluble form physiological as a neuroprotective role. However, when it's mutated under pathological conditions, it induces neurodegeneration. So in our lab, we want to know and accept new cellular and molecular mechanisms for PTI effects. And we decided to ask whether this protein could have any impact on the neuronal cytoskeleton. So for that, we created this cell-based system where in the first scenario we keep these ugly neurons with wild-type soluble form. So this is the one that physiologically increases. Neurite growth. And we want to see this model whether there is any relation to cytoskeleton articulation. The second scenario, if same-dash neurons treat any of the focus of the PTIs, and we know that you need to have a system of degeneration, as is the case here, by the high percentage of axonal values that are found in the neurons. And we want to see whether in this scenario, PTI either by a loss of dental toxin induces disruption of neuronal cytoskeleton. So, Tom already talked about the growth code, so that's good. So what we started to do was exactly the growth code. Why? Because the growth code has a particularly fine distribution of both either active and microtubules. So our model is to treat neurons either with one type of form or aggregates. All my graphs look like that. And initially what we did was look to the growth codes of these neurons and see the morphology of microtubules entering the growth codes. And we saw 4 different categories of growth codes in terms of microtubules in our neurons. Splayed one that enter the growth code and then grow and move along to the body, so this is the most common one. But we also have a high percentage of bundle microtubules that protrude to the growth code. Then we have more these abnormal things like splayed microtubules or even dystrophic microtubules that are not able to protrude to the growth code. and during the and during the analysis of the distribution of these categories, and as you can see, either soluble TTR or TTR aggregates do not disturb the normal distribution of control neurons, which has this type of proteins. So we also want to see whether besides morphology, TTR could have any effect on the dynamicity of the cytoskeleton. So for that, we measured microtubule dynamics. So these cultures were translated with the plastic protein EB3, treated with each form of TTR, and then you can see microtubule in those people highly increase the presence of soluble. And this is very unique national growth. Normally is related with the remodulation of the microtubule cytoskeleton. And maybe TTR aggregates here have a loss of function mechanism that might underlie degeneration in FAE. So we found by characterizing these effects of the multi-soluble TTR microtubule dynamics. Here you have representative movies of EB3 comets in the growth corridor units in respective chromographs. And as you can see, microtubule speed these units. And we also quantified comet densities. And there is an increase in comet densities when the result is solvable. This increased velocity and increased comet density normally related to an increased microtubule dynamics. And this is crucial for axonal growth. And this is crucial for axonal growth. So I told you now that we found something for the physiological form of TTR, and we wanted to know whether this improvement in dynamics is related to the functional axonal growth and impacting on neurodegeneration. So for that, we wanted to look really to the peripheral axis of these neurons. So we have to go deeper to look at the sciatic nerve. So what we did was to cross TTR knockout mice. Mice express the plastic protein EB3 under the thyroid motor, and we compared microtubule dynamics between wild type and knockout mice in naive conditions and after injury. This is a naive sciatic nerve. So we just take a piece of the sciatic nerve on microscope, and as you can see, there are some comets running from the proximal to the distal direction, and these are actually the growing axons that occur after injury to the sciatic nerve. And what we saw, and we need to capitulate what we see is that the wild type nerves, after sciatic nerve crush, there is an increase in microtubule speed and also an increase in comet density. So there is an increase in microtubule dynamics of growing axons of wild type animals. And that does not occur in knockout animals. In fact, we show in vivo, starting with the DRG culture, and now going through the model on microtubule was actually related to the effect of the unaxial growth and degeneration. Okay. So we went again to the initial studies of looking to the effect of the on growth cones, but this time looking to active. And as you know, active growth cone has a particular organization with extended lamellary bodies or embryonic structures. And we saw in some cases neurons reach the growth cone and only lamellary bodies. And we quantified this in the presence of each of the forms of TTR, physiological one, the pathological one, and which we saw was that you treat these neurons with the aggregates from PTR, there is a decrease in the percentage of growth cones presenting lamellipodia and filopodia structures. So it seems that the aggregates are affecting morphology of actin in the growth cone. So again, despite morphology, we wanted to see whether there was any effect on dynamicity of actin. So we just classified the neurons with light facts, measured actin retrograde score, and as you can see in this graph, the presence of aggregates, there is a decrease in actin retrograde flow in the growth cones of the neurons. So what I showed you for the aggregates, these ones, in contrast to the physiological form of the organization in the growth cone, decrease in actin dynamics, and we have now some preliminary data that I'm not showing you today, saying that this effect is probably mediated by the voting neuron. Of course, our main question now is whether these observations that we saw in vitro on the actin alterations might be occurring in FAP, and for that, we are using an FAP mouse model. In this case, we are using mice that expresses this mutation, alanine 27. So these mice come from Taiwan, and this is the most typical mutation in Taiwan, and it's patient. Silent patient have a pure sensory degeneration. The mice with that small fiber neuropathy use sense mainly sensory actions and decrease sensory nerve action patients. So for now we are just starting to study, and these phenotypes that I'm telling you about only occur in mice for 24 months. But we put in culture DRG from the animals at different stages, and we already saw that at 6 and at 10 months, that is the graph that I'm showing you today, we recapitulate that the alterations in morphology of actin in the growth cone. So these are the animals that express wild type TDR, the mutants one that aggregates, and as you can see, we have a very similar effect of the one when we treat wild type mutants with aggregates. So again, for the future, as when you use DRG neuronal cultures, you are not really looking to the axons that are in, people. You want to analyze the cytoskeleton of sensory nerve fibers, which are the ones that are degenerated in the small. So for that, we will use punchkin biopsies from the foot beds of this mouse model. And as you can see, the classifications of the impaired development fibers show that there is a decrease in this model, so that's sensory degeneration. And this corresponds more or less to most distal parts of these axons that we can think in vitro should be the most distal part of the neurite, which is the growth cone. And we will try to analyze cytoskeleton information in these samples. We also have a collaboration with the hospital for which we will get skin biopsies from FAP. What I told you today is that by using RBCR units treated with wild-type TTR or TTR aggregates, we found new functions for protein, either physiological, so TTR has new parts or microdynamics. We still need to check in the FAP mouse model whether there is a loss of function of TTR related to microdynamics. And regarding the aggregates, we saw there is actin cytoskeleton disruption that we are now validating in FAP models. So from culture instruments and then looking to the sensory information in vivo, we can recapitulate our data. So today I can talk about the most difficult part that we are doing right now, which is how TTR affects the cytoskeleton, because TTR is not a binding tubular acting binding proteins. Actually, in FAP, you have extracellular deposition of the protein. The protein does not act inside the axis, so you would not bind to active ground microtubules that export some signaling of pathways and focusing on the road. So to finish, I would like to thank, of course, the people in my lab. So this is the PhD of Jessica Hayden, and now we have a postdoc also working in this project. She will work more on the FAP mouse model. Joana Magalhães, Miriam Macedo was a master's student working in the past with the physiological function of TTR. Marina Silva, that was in Jim's lab 2 years ago, of FAP and cytoskeleton development in Drosophila. But today, because she met Jim, she's working on acting rod and we still have to check whether TTR aggregates on these rods. And all our collaborations, and of course, supporting people. And thank you. Okay, so let's go by parts. Regarding the wild type form, I didn't tell you, but the protein to increase neurite growth has to be internalized. So TTR is inside the cell in physiological conditions. So we still are raising the possibility and doing some co-immunoprecipitation assays to see whether in fact TTR might bind tubulin. Okay? But we don't have any really mechanism to explain that. Concerning the acting peak of the TTR aggregates, these aggregates stay outside the cell, they are extracellular. And we did some experiments using probes for the Golgi TTases, and we saw some observation of Rho. Okay, so the thing might be mediated by myosin. Other thing that I can tell is that we run the proteomic study with both forms of TTR, and we are still analyzing molecules that are altered. Concerning the involvement of other neurons, for example, central nervous system neurons, we treated some hippocampal neurons with these forms of TTR, and we didn't see any effect. But there are some patients now that are developing some memory problems. Maybe patients which have treatment which increases disease progression, so they live for a long time, and memory problems are starting to be seen. Have I answered all of the questions?
What about fibroblasts? Where it expose fibroblasts to genetics?
I never did that. Okay, and we were thinking also of using fibroblasts in patients, like to convert the urine to study.